Welcome back. Let's pick up where we left off, which was we were implementing class methods, and in particular what I want to do is to get this thing fixed up where we were sort of waffling about whether we should use expressions or statements, and I want to finally use statements and hopefully not change my mind again. But basically what that will mean is, I feel like it's done weird formatting here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe not. Anyway, this should not be this should not be an expression anymore. There we go. Actually, that's not even what I want. So I'm just practicing my emotions here. It should be this. Anyway, it should be a function statement. And what does the function have inside it? It has name, params, and body. Right. Still it's complaining. Okay, because of this. And now we can place this, and basically I want to make a new function or method on the interpreter that is called make function, and it takes a statement as input. And while we're at it, let's change the value. No, that's fine. But the resolver will probably have to change. And we won't need the resolve method. But we should call resolve function. So this one I want to just break, and resolve function should be fine. Let's see if there's any errors here. There's not. And so let's try this make function. Now what I wanted to do is more or less this thing. So I think I actually want to do not that, but this. And down here I will say make function takes, I guess, a reference to self, a function statement. For now it will just be a statement, probably has to be something else, and in the end it returns a literal value. And then we can put that there like this. Let me format this thing. And basically we have to first match on the type, name, params, and body, I think. And if we can do that, then we call all this stuff. And instead of doing this, we can just return it. However, if we cannot do that match, then we panic. And let's reformat it. And let's ask what the problem is. Right, so it's probably that okay, so that's one problem. And right, so we can make this just be a reference, and that's the only thing. And that should be that. Okay, let's run the check. And it has a problem in the parser, which is fine because it should actually be a function with the function kind of method. And these should be boxed. There we go. Let's try to run the tests. I actually, because when we run the tests, we have to add this argument all the time. Oh, we don't have to, but it's nice, because then we get the full output. So maybe I want to make a script, but let's not do that right now. I think there was something in here. Yeah. And the same here. Let's try again. Still with something inside Expr. Now we should be good. Great. So I think now we can define functions or methods. And I guess the next thing we'll have to do is to actually look up things on this in this map. But let's take another look at the book. Yeah, so what we need to do now is in the get method, which in our case is actually in here. Let's see. We have a get expression. Perhaps we don't need to. There's that, and this one in the evaluation function. We have just evaluated what is the object. We don't care about the class, which is actually a reference to the class. So we will need that now. And what we did before is look for the fields inside, look for the thing we're trying to get inside the fields. But what we want to do now is something like class.methods get probably, and we want to look for the name, and if we find something, then we can just return the method cloned, and it didn't like that. Right, because the class is just a literal value, so we have to. That's very annoying. Let's just do it in this simple way for now, and later we will actually make something to make it a little bit nicer. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do, just to make it very simple. We'll explicitly cast like this. Later we should make some kind of utility to avoid having to do this all the time. But anyway, we ensure that it's a class, and actually here we should panic. Class field on an instance was not a lux class. It could indicate that this thing should not be like a literal value, but the only way we can force it to be a specific one is to wrap this, so it would be something like let's say we take this, we put it here, then we need to make a new struct that maybe we call it just class, and it doesn't like that. Right, so why did I write pop? Let's make struct, and also not that. doesn't like that. Whatever. So we can make like a class like this, and then we can say logs class has a field that's called class, and then this can also be a class. I think it's probably better than what we're doing right now, but I don't want to get into it right now. But let's get back. To what we were doing, which was the get. And I think this is fine. Let's just try a quick cargo check. Didn't complain. And that means it's time to write a test case, which we're gonna call class with method. And we will call it, we'll just do the boring greeter class, and it should have a method called hello, which prints hello. Then we make an instance, call hello, and the expected output is hello. Let's run the tests. And I do want to do no captcha. And it passed. Let's try that again too. And we have here a class with method actually ran. We can of course also do cargo run, test cases, class with method, and it prints hello. Amazing. Let's make another one just because. And we'll say it returns a value this time. And before we do that, let's just yank this test cases, class with method return. And this time it will be an adder, and it won't do hello. That's not what I wanted. It won't do hello. Also not what it will do. Just add a b, turn a plus b plus 1. Then we make an adder, which we call a, and we call add on it. With like 2 and 2, and we actually want to print that as well. And now the output is instead expected to be 5. Let's run the tests, and they pass. Okay, so now we have class methods, and I think that'll be it for this video. So see you in the next one.